What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and I have for you today day 2 of Weather Week, which is where I preview or showcase a different weather every day. So as you can see, today I'm using sun. Yesterday I used rain, so if you haven't seen my rain video, go back, check it out. I used very standard poly Ludi. So some facts on sun. It lasts for 8 turns, it lasts for 5 turns, or 8 if the setter has Heat Rock. Fire types move powers increased by 50%. Water type moves powers decreased by 50%. Thunder is 50% rather than 70% accurate. Solar Beam doesn't need a turn to charge. Popular setters are Mega Charizard Y and Ninetales due to the ability Drought. It can also manually set using the moves Sunny Day. Chlorophyll, Leaf Guard, Soul Power, and Flower Gift all take advantage of sun. Chlorophyll double speed. Leaf Guard is kind of like safeguard for yourself if sun's up. Solar Power is like choice specs, except it's like the power of choice specs, but you lose HP every turn like Life Orb. Except you lose it regardless of no matter what you do. Just at the end of the turn you lose HP. And the Pokemon who have Solar Power are Heliolisk, Mega Houndoom, and regular Charizard. That's Charizard's hidden ability. And of course, Flower Gift is exclusive to Cherubi, and it increases the attack and special defense of your ally on the field. So popular sun Pokemon are Charizard, Ninetales, and Venusaur. You don't really see too many Pokemon outside of those 3. You'll see the occasional Cherubi or the occasional Shiftry, but for the most part it's those 3. It's typically Charizard, Venusaur, not even Ninetales as much. But some other good sun Pokemon that I think are pretty good that I'm surprised I don't see more use are Cherubi, Shiftry, Leafeon, Heliolisk, and Lilligant. I actually, if you guys watched my channel, you guys see I use Shiftry Ninetales a lot, and it's been really strong for me the past like 2 months. So some popular sun checks and counters include Garchomp, Landorus, Charizard, and Heatran. Garchomp and Landorus are really good because they what's the word I'm looking for? They resist fire type attacks, or at least Garchomp does. Landorus is great because it typically is Choice Scarf, so you can outspeed and Rock Slide Charizard or Venusaur. Charizard is actually really good because the Grass type attacks and the Fire type attacks really don't touch Charizard, and Charizard can just spam a Heat Wave right back. But in my opinion, the best counter is Heatran because A, has Flash Fire, B, it is immune to Venusaur Sludge Bomb, 4-time resists Solar Beam and Energy Ball and Giga Drain from whatever can be thrown at it, and it can't be hit with fire attacks due to Flash Fire. So if you give this thing Heat Wave and then like Ancient Power, Heatran's an amazing sun counter. But that's why a lot of sun teams do have Landorus on them to check those Pokemon like Heatran and opposing Charizard that can cause some trouble for other sun teams. So anyway, we're going to get right into Battle Spot with the sun team. So I am using very standard sun today, not my Shiftry Ninetales sun. I'm going with Charizard and Venusaur. I'm going with a slow Charizard with speed control and a lot of power and pretty good bulk. So as you can see the team on screen there, it is Cresselia, Charizard, Venusaur, Terrakion, Mamoswine, and Typhlosion. Typhlosion also a really interesting Pokemon for Sun just because its eruptions are incredibly powerful. And plus it has Flash Fire, so if you can switch into a Heat Wave and then get off a Life... I'm running Life Orb on mine. Life Orb boosted Eruption. You're going to just destroy things, even things that resist it. So we're playing Don from Florida with a 1750 rating. And Don's team is Milotic, Aegislash, Terrakion, Kangaskhan, Volcarona, and Zapdos. So I'm not going to lead Sun. I'm going to lead Terrakion. I'm going to lead Terrakion Cress with Charizard, Venusaur in the back. The only thing I kind of want to bring Typhlosion, but I think Venusaur is going to be really good for that Milotic, for the Terrakion, and plus just fast sleep powders. Mamoswine's pretty good for Earthquaking, especially if I can get an Icy Wind off. So the issue is going to be if that Aegislash has Wide Guard. If it has Wide Guard, I could be in trouble because my Charizard doesn't carry Overheat, I actually carry HP Ice instead. But my Typhlosion does carry Flamethrower. Do I want to go Typhlosion over Venusaur or Terrakion? No, Terrakion is definitely a must. Alright, I'm going to lock in with those 4. I think Typhlosion would be really nice to have, especially with a single target flamethrower, but I also think that I think the rest of my team can handle that Aegislash pretty fine. And also, with Charizard and Typhlosion, my opponent might just not bring Aegislash. As you see, Kangaskhan and Volcarona for my opponent. Awesome. So I'm fully anticipating seeing a Fake Out, and a Fake Out on the Terrakion, and probably a Quiver Dance from that Volcarona. So I'm going to go right for the Rock Slide, and I'm going to go for the Icy Wind. So either he fakes out Cress and gets Rock Slid and loses Volcarona, or he fakes out Terrakion and gets a Speed Drop, then I can Rock Slide next turn, regardless of whether he Quiver Dances or not. In worst case scenario here, he fakes out Terrakion and then I miss Icy Wind. You see Fake Out come out onto Terrakion, as I expected, but not a big deal. Terrakion flinches. Oh, Volk actually Tailwinds. I did not see that coming. So Icy Wind coming out. It's going to lower both their speeds. So I am fearing a double target into Cress, and I don't know if I survive a Bug Buzz plus a Double Edge. But I am going to protect and kind of go for it. I'm going to go for the Icy Wind. Hope I get them down. See my opponent. I'm guessing a double target's coming. Oh, no, he's going to go right for the Terrakion. As you see, a Fiery Dance. Interesting move option for my opponent. Oh, Volk avoids it. At least Kangaskhan didn't. So I am going to Rock Slide here. I'm going to Helping Hand Rock Slide. Now that this Kangaskhan's back on my level, I just got to knock out this Volk. And that way, if this thing has a Shardy Berry, then I'm fine. As Volk Rage Powder is perfect, so he expected the close combat, but not going to happen. Oh, Volcarona avoids it! This Volcarona right now. And Kangaskhan gets the low kick off. I am in very big trouble. Oh, that void was huge. Alright, so I'm just going to protect. And I'm going to Icy Wind again. Wow, that Volcarona right now. Really messing things up. Kangaskhan withdraws, good move. Started at -2 speed. And Terrakion comes in. So I do believe Tailwind runs out this turn. We see a Fiery Dance. Back onto Cresselia. Raise the special attack. So we've seen Rage Powder, Tailwind, and Rage Powder, Tailwind, and Fiery Dance. So Tailwind peters out here. So I am fully anticipating my opponent protecting Terrakion and setting up another Tailwind. And honestly, I don't know if I can stop that. And this Terrakion is now at -1 speed. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mega Evolve, Heat Wave, and switch in Venusaur. Venusaur should now outspeed the Terrakion. And like I said, I think the Protect, because otherwise he doesn't Protect, I just Solar Beam and KO. Having Typhlosion right now would be nice. So Charizard Mega Evolves. Terrakion protects, perfect. This Heat Wave definitely isn't going to knock it out. Crimson should already be knocked out thanks to that. Oh wow, that did a lot more damage than I expected. As Volcarona Tailwinds, as expected. So the nice thing about Venusaur here too is that it avoids Rage Powder. And like I said, because this Terrakion's at -1 speed, I should outspeed it. So I'm just going to Energy Ball. The issue here is if he switches out Terrakion, he's going to Rage Powder. So he clearly, I don't know if he just doesn't know the mechanic or what. So Energy Ball comes out. Should be an easy KO on Terrakion. It is. Awesome. And I should knock out the Volk here easily. And I do connect, thank God. Alright, so this Sun's looking really strong right now, especially with Cress. I have Zapdos, so my opponent's last two are Zapdos and a weakened Kangaskhan, which would be much less of an issue if I had, would be much less of an issue. So I'm going to switch out. Alright, so I do have Rocky Helmet on Crest, so if I can predict who he's going to fake out, I'm going to get some nice chip damage off on this Kangaskhan. I think he's going to fake out Venusaur and just Heat Wave, or Thunderbolt Charizard. So I'm going to protect Charizard and switch in Cress. Especially because I am now, actually I won't be faster, would I? So hopefully this works out in my favor. Kangaskhan goes to the fake out, perfect, on to Cress. That's exactly what I needed. That's awesome. Let's see if we see the Thunderbolt Heat Wave. Oh wow. So I could have attacked with Charizard there and pretty much ended the match. So I'm actually going to Heat Wave, and I'm going to Moonlight, see if I can get some health back. If my opponent attacks this Cress with Kangaskhan, then he loses. Because I should be able to beat Zapdos with Venusaur 1v1. Especially since I carry Sleep Powder. And I'm probably faster too, just because Zapdos have like no speed investment, and of course my Venusaur's max speed modest. Kangaskhan goes for the Double Edge. Onto Charizard. And I do not survive it, wow. But he's going to KO himself anyway to recoil. So I guess we're going to see a Thunderbolt now from this Zapdos. Heat Wave again. It should KO. Ah, damn. Figured. I think Sun should run out this turn. Oh wow, I still have another turn of Sun? That's great. So the question is, what is this Zapdos' item? I definitely need to put it to sleep. If I don't, then I lose, because Heat Wave should be able to KO. Although I do have a choice, or I do have a Focus Sash, so I am guaranteed to survive one Heat Wave. Although with the Sun gone, I doubt I even... Alright, so at least he's on safety goggles. I was actually really concerned about safety goggles as sunlight fades here. So, just going to start Sludge Bombing away. Of course, the one issue is that he could wake up this turn, which could be problematic. And I do still outspeed even without the Sun, which is good. Oh, Jesus. If this is Citrus, I could be in trouble. I would have to, if this is Citrus, I'm going to have to rely on another Sleep Powder miss, or Sleep Powder hit, I think. Oh, Zapdos woke up, and it roosts! Oh! So it's not Citrus, which is nice, but it does have Roost, which could be annoying. And I really can't Sludge Bomb here, because if I poison him, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to Sleep Powder again. Don't miss. Single target Heat Wave is going to be interesting. Oh! And he Tailwinds! Oh, good move. Oh, that was huge. So it looks like the Zapdos carries Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Tailwind, and Roost. As he goes to the Heat Wave, connects. Will it be enough to knock me out? Doesn't look like it. Sleep Powder, connects. And this is really good that Tailwind went up, because he's guaranteed to sleep this turn, and pretty good chance he's going to sleep next turn as well. So I think 2 Sludge Bombs should end this. Although I am running low on Sludge Bombs thanks to Zapdos' pressure. Alright, so yeah, this should end it. As long as he doesn't wake up. He stays asleep. Whew. Yes, I got the KO. So really good ending to that battle. But yeah, that was definitely really fun. And that's, I mean, that was clearly a Sun win. Like, I was really glad that Sun really got featured there. Because, you know, once I got that one Icy Wind off, Venusaur was able to come in and take out that Terrakion, which was a huge threat to Charizard. Did I say last battle? Nope. So let's hop back on ladder. Let's check out another, see if we can get another battle. So battle box. And I will challenge. So I'm up to 1737 with a record of 114 and 84. If this battle goes fast, I'll probably do a third one just because I really want to showcase the weather this week. Even if that means the video is being a little longer. So we're playing a 1765 rated player from Japan. So a couple of high rated players to start the day. As my opponent's team here looks pretty difficult with Kangaskhan, Heatran, Cresselia, Amoonguss, Gardevoir, and Landorus. So my opponent has two of the biggest counters to Sun there are, which is Landorus and Heatran. So I think I'm going to lead... Terrakion's really good in this matchup. So I'm going to lead Typhlosion and Cress. Definitely Charizard in the back. I don't see Venusaur really doing anything in this match other than maybe just spamming some like fast sleep powders. Typhlosion's not bad because I do carry Focus Blast, and plus Eruption in the Sun is going to OHKO that Landorus. But I think Mamoswine's going to be the best because it is able to take out the Landorus in one shot and the Heatran in one shot. So I'll see how this ends up paying out for me. So I go with the same lead as last game as my opponent brings Kangaskhan Cress. So I am going to... I'm gonna just go right for that close combat, and I'm going to Icy Wind. Definitely in a weird spot here with the Cress on the field. I realized I just built this team today, and I realized it's not really a great way to deal with Cress other than like spamming super fast, like super high-powered attacks at it. So Kangaskhan's Mega Ring is reacting. I guess we're gonna see a fake out on the Terrakion, as we do. Yeah. Which is fine. Interesting. I might see a Trick Room from this Cress, actually, now that I think about it. I actually didn't even think of that. As we do see the Trick Room, wow. Ooh, I did not think that through. So I'm just going to protect Terrakion and Psyshock the Kangaskhan. Wow. I see some weird Japanese Trick Room teams. Like, you see a Landorus, that's fast. Heatran's not slow. I mean, you see Heatran in Trick Room, but Heatran's not horribly slow. Kangaskhan's base 100. What else did he have? Gardevoir is, I mean, it's base 80. It's not super slow. As we see Cress switch out. I wonder into what? Heatran. So I'd be fine if he went right for that Cress right now. No, he's got Drain Punch. Psyshock does a decent amount. Alright, well I don't really have a good switch into Drain Punch is the issue. I guess I gotta conserve that Terrakion. So I'm gonna switch out into Charizard. And I'm just going to Psyshock again. I don't want him healing back the damage I've already caused. This Heat Wave comes out from Heatran. Don't burn me. Awesome. He goes for the crunch on the Cress. Good move. Alright, so I'm going to Solar Beam this Kangaskhan, and I'm going to Moonlight as well. I think my opponent expects me to protect Charizard, so I think he's going to double into the Crest, probably. Although if he does that, I don't know. I mean, I think Heat Wave should easily knock out Crest from this range. Heat Wave comes out, connects with both. Oh yeah, definitely gonna knock out Charizard. Oh wow, yep, he's gonna knock himself out though, maybe? Will that be enough for coil damage? It'll not be enough for coil. So, my issue here is that Mamoswine and Terrakion are not the best ways to deal with Cress that he has in the back. I do have a great way to deal with these two right now. I'm just going to double protect. Oh, I forgot to give this Mamoswine protect. Oh, wow. Oh my god, not think that through. So this Mamoswine actually wasn't, this is expert belt right now, but before that it was like a regular, it was an assault vest actually. So I had 4 attacks, I forgot to change it over to protect. Damn it. God, these weird Trick Room teams just keep throwing me off. I'm sure it's Mega Gardevoir Trick Room too, because I see that constantly. Like the other one was a Mungus, so maybe that should have tipped me off. I know he didn't have Sucker Punch, so I can at least KO him with Ice Shard, but this Sun boosted Heat Wave could be a problem. Miss! Ugh. It almost KOs me. Alright, so I'm guessing Crest is going to come in here. So I pretty much have to flinch that Crest right now. Like, this is going to come down to flinching it to death. So I'm going to Rock Slide and Icicle Crash. He's going to protect Heatran, and there's really no reason not to. Yeah, here comes the protect. So Rock Slide comes out, Heatran protects, connects with Crest, which is nice. Does a sizable amount. Icicle Crash connects. He still gets Trick Room up through 2 flinches. And of course, I'm sure he has Moonlight, so I'm going to close combat, and I can't even protect, so I'm just going to Ice Shard the Cress. Yeah, Earth Power. Oh, on the Mamoswine. So I'm just going to see a Psy Shock onto Terrakion. Psychic, same thing. Shouldn't KO. Oh wow, I did a lot though. Alright, well, I think I have to get off like a triple protect here to win. Alright, so Amoonguss is the last one, so that's always good. Alright, comes down to me getting off a triple protect. Alright, sunlight fades, that's cool. I don't know what my opponent's waiting for. It's just Giga Drain Psychic. Like, it's not hard. Ooh, get off double protect. Alright, can I get off the triple? This is what it comes down to. Ah. Alright, so 2 battles, 1-1 with the sun. Definitely that Trick Room like messed me up. I'd love to continue battling. So I think next time I see a lead like that, I should just lead Charizard Venusaur and just, you know, Sleep Powder Heat Wave and at least get some damage off. So back to the battle. Oh, actually, I could lead Charizard like Charizard Typhlosion and just spam. Alright, so anyway, currently sitting at 1722. This will be my 200th battle of the new season, which is cool. Oh, but I mean, definitely I like that first game a lot. First game definitely showcased the sun. Second game was meh. And here's my third game against a 1660 rated opponent from Japan with a team of Conkeldurr, Tyranitar, Landorus, Aegislash, Mega Salamence, and Thundurus. I'm assuming Mega Salamence and Thundurus. So the Tyranitar is definitely an issue because, of course, Tyranitar is a very big counter to what I got going on. Again, I think leading Cress is the answer. I'm going to lead Cress Charizard with Typhlosion in the back. And Mamoswine. Mamoswine does really well against Thundurus, which is such an annoying Pokemon. And plus, I mean, I kind of want to bring Venusaur for the Tyranitar, and I kind of want to bring Terrakion for the Tyranitar, but with Venusaur and Terrakion, and Mamoswine, I don't know if it'll bring Tyranitar, although that is his best way to reset their weather. Which is also another great way to beat weather, is just bring your own opposite weather, or not opposite weather, but different weather, and just keep resetting it. I know that's what I do. When I see rain teams, I have my sun team that I just have to keep doing switches, which makes the battle's pretty fun because it's quite the weather war. So my opponent leads Thundurus and Aegislash as I lead Charizard and Cress. So I'm fully anticipating my opponent having... Alright. I'm just going to switch Charizard out immediately because my opponent's definitely going to just like... Psyshock. My opponent's definitely just going to like Wide Guard Thunderbolt Charizard. So I'm going to switch in Mamoswine right off the bat. And I'm just going to start getting damage on this Thundurus by Psyshocking it. I guess I could have Thunder Waved it in case it's offensive, but I don't think it is. Also, really interesting, I think the Aegislash is going to Shadow Ball probably the Crest, either Wide Guard or Shadow Ball. But I definitely think Wide Guard is probably the option. Or maybe even King Shield. Wide Guard or King Shield, I think. King Shield's good because it's going to let him scout out for my Heat Wave. Then he can Wide Guard it the next turn. And I think that's just kind of what Aegislash does. It's like it's scaring me away from even using Heat Wave. So he actually protects Thundurus, which is interesting. So he's going right for an attack. Let's see what he goes for. Goes for the Shadow Ball, presumably on the Cress. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Wow. So I'm actually going to... Oh, I forgot to Protect on this thing. So I'm going to Icy Wind, and I'm going to switch in Charizard. Because I think if he has Protect, he's probably offensive, which means he probably has Grass Knot, which I'm really fearing right now. And his Icy Wind, I think, will make it slow enough so that Charizard can outspeed. Actually, I'm going to calc that real quick. Charizard versus Thundurus, max speed. As we see the Tyranitar come in. Could switch, whereas I Psyshock last turn, and he just stance changes. So let's see, my Charizard does not run that much speed. Oh, he actually avoids the huh. It's actually a little problematic that he avoids that attack, because I think he's probably Scarfed, so that sucks. Alright, I'm going to Icy Wind, and I'm also going to Mega Evolve and Protect. Most people don't do this with Charizard typically, but I'm going to do it here, that way I can freely switch in and get Sun. Which is one of the downsides of Charizard. If you're not already Mega Evolved and you switch in, you don't get your Sun because you're not Mega. Unlike Ninetales where you switch in and get Sun immediately, or Politoed where you switch in and get Rain immediately. 179 times 2. Whoops. 179 times 2 divided by 3. 119. Yeah, my Charizard will outspeed after that Thundurus if it's max speed after one Icy Wind. I'm also fully anticipating losing Cresselia here. I could have Moonlighted, I guess, but I really want to lower this speed on Tyranitar. It actually withdraws Tyranitar, so maybe I should have just Moonlighted. Oh, no. Alright, good. So Thundurus comes back in, which is nice. Like I said, definitely I think it's an offensive Thundurus. Where most of the time you see Protect on a Thundurus, it's offensive. Because if it's support, you're going to want to run... Icy Wind comes out, hits both Pokemon. No Wide Guard still from Aegislash. Very interesting. I wonder if he's even going to go for the Cress. Yeah, it looks like he is. And picks up the KO. So I am curious. I think we're going to see a... So I could switch in Mamoswine, which would be nice because then he'd be too scared, I think, to switch in Tyranitar. I think I'm going to go Typhlosion though. I still think... Oh wait, he said leftovers? He said leftovers, so maybe he's not Wide Guard. Maybe he's sub. I think he's going to switch out. He's going to probably King Shield and then switch in... he might not even King Shield. I'm going to Focus Blast the Thundurus and switch out into Mamoswine. My Typhlosion does carry Focus Blast, which is nice. Let's see who switches first. Or actually, I would switch first after the Icy Wind, but I definitely think that Thundurus is switching out into Tyranitar, which would be a good switch on my opponent's end, so he doesn't get Heat Waved. Yep. Come on, come on. Yes, Tyranitar. If this Focus Blast hits, it's going to be huge for me. Let's see if we even see this Aegislash stance change. Oh, we do, okay. Oh man, if this Focus Blast hits, come on. Yes! And picks up the Oko. Whew, even in the sand, that Life Orb. That's huge for me. I'm guessing Thundurus is coming back in. Which again makes sense because he's going to want to Thunderbolt me so I don't have full power eruptions. However, I'm just switch out. If he brings in Thundurus, I'm just going to switch out Mamoswine for Charizard and Flamethrower. Yeah, so here comes Thundurus again. So a lot of switches this game. So I'm just going to go right for that Flamethrower onto Aegislash. I'm going to switch out Mamoswine for Charizard again in case he has Grass Knot. and that way this flamethrower will easily KO Aegislash in the sun. I guess the only thing that could go wrong here is if he happens to have like Rain Dance on his Thundurus, which would definitely be interesting, I think. Let's see if we're going to finally see that Wide Guard. Maybe just a straight... He might just straight Thunder Wave the Typhlosion. He's just going to Protect. Awesome. And Life Orb boosted, Sun boosted Flamethrower is enough to OHKO the Aegislash. So things are looking really good for me right now. As my opponent's last Pokemon, I think it's going to be Mence. Landorus, oh! I mean, I can't tell if that's really good or bad. The issue here is that... Alright. I'm going to go for the Eruption, and I'm going to switch out Charizard for Mamoswine. I win this match if he doesn't have Grass Knot. Because Thundurus beats both of these... Not Thundurus. Mamoswine beats both these Pokemon 2v1. As he whips out the HP Ice. Huh. Rock Slide comes out. Should KO Typhlosion, but maybe not. No, it won't. Wow. I should have gone for the Flamethrower, I guess. So it does a nice chunk of damage. Crits the Landorus. Alright, I'll take that. So I'm going to Flamethrower. Alright, so now the question is, if it's max speed Thundurus, it's not very bulky. Does that mean Ice Shard will knock it out? Well, here's the thing. I need Ice Shard to knock both of them out is the issue. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Flamethrower the Thundurus, and I'm going to Ice Shard the Landorus, which should win me the game. Oh, my opponent forfeits, so I guess it did win me the game. Awesome. So definitely, I think the biggest play in that game was calling the Tyranitar switch, which wasn't a necessarily hard prediction, but definitely helped. So actually, to 4 HP Thundurus, Ice Shard does up to 94% with Expert Belt, which is actually really funny. So definitely would have KO'd from that range. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's battles with the sun. Tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to be hail or sand. I bred an Abomasnow, 5 IV. Actually, it was 4 IV, 0 speed, and actually had 28 attack, which is awesome. So it was like really good all around, so I can use a mixed one in Trick Room, which is what I plan on doing. I also have a 6 IV Drillbur I bred yesterday, which is also cool. Like second batch 6 IV. It was weird. So I have that. I have the Abomasnow, or Snowverse, not Abomasnow yet. I have to EV and breed them both, or EV and level them both. But I'll decide which one I'm going to use tomorrow. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's battles, and make sure you check out the rain video from yesterday if you haven't. And until next time, guys, bye.